Well, hello there. My name is Chang and I am always climbing. And in today's video, I thought I will go ahead and concoct the perfect beginner climbing day plan, whatever you want to call it. Basically, if I was a beginner all over again, here's exactly how I would expedite the process from being a beginner to being good. Now, I hope you watch this video and follow it to a T if you're new to climbing. And let's get started. So on the first day, here's exactly what we're gonna do, partner. We're gonna walk into the gym with purpose. We're gonna look at that hangboard. We're gonna go do 10 sets of 10-second hangs off the 20mm edge, regardless of whether we can or cannot actually hang it. If we can hang it, our feet are off the ground. If we can't hang it, our feet are on the ground while putting as much comfortable pressure as we can into our fingy tips. We're gonna rest for approximately 30 to 60 seconds in between each one of these 10 hangs that we're holding in for 10 seconds. The purpose of these hangs, as a new climber, your fingers are weak as shit. In climbing, we need strong, adequate fingers in order to hold ourselves onto the wall in order to execute technique. If you can't hold yourself on the wall, you're not gonna be able to do anything on the wall. And the weakest link is always the point of contact. The point of contact is the point where you contact whatever it is you're contacting. And if this is weak, everything else will fall apart immediately. So we got to strengthen the weakest link. In this case, when it comes to climbing, and for us, especially as newer climbers, it's definitely the fingers. By familiarizing ourselves with the 20mm edge and attempting to lift our feet off of the ground by applying as much pressure as we can to our hands, we are going to become very comfortable with this edge size so that when we encounter it in the environment where the variables are changing, like indoor gym climbing, it won't be as foreign. And because we know we can do it with our feet off the ground or near to off the ground, we'll be infinitely more confident. And when you first begin, you may realize it's kind of boring. That's okay. But after a week of doing this, if you climb 3 times a week, you will notice immediately that you have gotten much more comfortable on this 20mm edge size and that you're starting to lift your feet off of the ground quite nicely. After 2 weeks, you're gonna be able to lift your feet off of the ground and you're gonna realize, wow, I never knew I could do this. Yay! And if that is you, and 10 sets of 10-second hangs with 30 to 60 seconds rest is becoming too easier, then you simply progress it to a smaller edge size. Instead of using 20mm, we will now start to incorporate 15mm. Now, after we do our 10 sets of 10-second hangs, which is also a good way to warm up the fingers, we're gonna hop straight into climbing. But when we start off with our warm-up climbings, we're gonna incorporate what's known as the straight arm drill with a little accompaniment of weighting. So when we do this drill, we're gonna grab the hold, we're gonna move. And when we move, we're gonna try to make sure that the arm stays straight. The key word here is try. As a newer climber, your technique is trash, so attempting is very good. But the important thing is after we make the initial move, we're gonna adjust our position and then we're gonna straighten the arm and try to relax with an extended arm. The reason why we're doing this is as newer climbers, you have the ability to become a T-Rex, right? And when you're a T-Rex, you're always bunched up, you're using too much strength and you're not comfortable with the extended arm. So we must get you comfortable with having your body and the arm extended, because when your arm is long, that's gonna give your torso a lot of space to move, a lot of space to execute nice, good footwork technique. When it's short, it's hard to move and you're close to the wall, you can't really do too much, partner. So the straight arm plus weight drill, you're gonna climb, straight, relax for a little bit. It could be a 3 to 5 seconds, but it could just be like a nice clear pause. So like a 1, 2, excellent, move. Find your position, 1, 2, excellent, move. Now when we are in the position, we definitely want to just go with one arm hanging. So no 2 arms, 1 arm. We really want to build that confidence and the ability to just hold it nice and straight with 1 arm. Good. So now that we're warming up by doing this for say 2 to 3 climbs, it doesn't need to be a lot, honestly, we're just warming it up. But as our body starts to warm up, we're then gonna progressively start to climb a little bit harder. At this point in time, we're done with the drills and we're just gonna climb for fun to warm things up for maybe about 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes. Once your engine is all nice and revved up and you're ready, we're gonna select 3 projects. Now these 3 projects should be grades that you've never climbed before. As a newer climber, damn, I'm saying that a lot, huh? As a newer climber, you're probably gonna be climbing within the range of V3 to V5. So I want you to select right up your upper echelon range, V5. So you're gonna select V5 and you're gonna try it for 10 to 15 minutes. Fuck it, you're gonna try it for exactly 15 minutes. The main goal of this session is to not do the problem, but to do all of the moves on the problem. If you're able to do all the moves on the problem, and then you can start to do it in lengths. The lengths we're gonna be doing it from is from the start to the middle, and from the middle to the end. If you're able to do it in those 2 lengths, feel free to try to combine it and try to do the whole problem. Now, regardless of whether you finish it or don't finish it, after approximately 15 minutes, it doesn't need to be exact, to be honest. After approximately 15 minutes, you're then gonna move on to project number 2. And then if you still have energy, only if you have energy, you will then go find a 3rd and final project to project. If you don't have any more energy, feel free to climb around for a little bit for fun. Or you can go straight into the workout portion. Now this workout portion is gonna be very, very simple. We're just gonna do 3 sets of 10 pull-ups. Now these pull-ups should be nice and good looking, making sure that eye level is at least at the bar or chin over bar or chest to bar, whichever you prefer. Making sure we're coming down all the way to fully extend the arm straight. Now these 3 sets of 10 and these sets of 10 can be broken up into like a rest pause style. So rest pause, for you guys that don't know, is let's say you're supposed to do 10 reps. Go ahead and try to do as many as you can. If you get stuck at 5, you're gonna drop from the bar, shake it out, do as many as you can, drop from the bar until you meet a grand total of 10. That is what's known as a rest pause set. And we're basically gonna do 3 sets like that, so for a total of 30 pull-ups. Now, if you're in the boat where you find it more difficult to do pull-ups, feel free to do inverted rows instead. Here is what inverted rows look like. You're gonna do it in the exact same vein. Now, the great thing about inverted rows is in order to make it more difficult, you simply lower your body position. To make it easier, simply increase the angle of your body. Now, doing it this way, you're able to adjust the difficulty as you get fatigued or as you realize you're going too easy on yourself. Same thing, 3 sets of 10. It works more or less the same pulling muscles, but it's just a little bit easier. Now, finally, when I've done all that, I am then gonna go ahead and finish off with 5 sets of 10-second hangs with a 30 to 60-second rest on the 20mm edge. This is primarily as a cool down for my fingers and also to build some work capacity. Work capacity is the ability to put your body through work, like picking shit up and putting it down, without it completely shutting down on you. And as a newer climber, we really want to build up this work capacity to as high as possible. And we're doing it while hangboarding because it's nice, safe, and controlled, and we can keep our feet on the ground. And if our fingers get fatigued almost immediately, we can simply let go and we're nice and safe. Do you feel me? Of course you feel me. Good, excellent. So that's day 1. And we're gonna repeat day 1 at least twice a week on separate days where they're not next to each other. So it's like a Monday and a Friday. But what's gonna happen on Wednesday? On Wednesday, we're gonna go in. Of course, we're gonna do our 10 sets of 10-second hangs, and then we're gonna go warm up. And then we're gonna do whatever the fuck we wanna do. Because as a newer climber, man, fuck training, right? Just go ahead, have fun. Do whatever it is you wanna do. All we're really worried about is those 2 sessions a week where we go in and we're actively training, actively projecting, and actively trying to get better. I'm not gonna try to force you to a really strict regimen, you know, where you're doing things to the chocolate pop, right? So if you do that, guarantee after approximately a month, you will notice an increase in your skill, in your prowess, and especially your feel-good fingerness. So I hope that helps you. It would have definitely helped me. Anyways, if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time, partner. Peace.